Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, welcome. So today we are going to be doing something a little bit different. I don't think I've ever done like a sit down story time kind of video, and that's what we're going to do today. So this is going to be about how I almost ruined my hair. I almost had a huge hair disaster and it was just not a good time. As you guys probably already know, I pretty much do my hair myself. I have multiple videos on it. Yeah, I just like to do my hair myself. I've kind of always been that way. It's just, you know, if I mess up, it's on me kind of thing. And I don't know, I just like to do my hair myself. I'm just strange. So this all goes back to about maybe like a week and a half ago when I decided, you know, my roots were really dark, they were very long, and I was like, I want to do something about it, but I wanted to keep most of the darkness in my roots. I didn't want it to be like totally bleach blonde again. So I was like, you know what, I'll do a few highlights throughout the roots of my hair, and that actually turned out really, really nice, honestly. I did film a little bit of it. I'll probably maybe insert a few clips or whatever, but I really liked it. I loved how it turned out. It was my first time doing it and I was pleasantly very, very surprised. I needed a Pepsi Big. If I do have any pictures of how my hair looked immediately after I did my highlights, I will insert those as well, but honestly, I don't remember if I took any or not. I'm honestly not sure. But if you've ever bleached your hair before, you know that, you know, 99% of the time, it's gonna turn brassy. It's gonna be like a shade of yellow. Typically, you'd go get a toner, put that on there, and tone it. So that's what I did. Surprisingly though, mine really wasn't that brassy. I mean, it did have a little bit of a warmer tone to it, but it's probably something that I could have gotten away with. But, you know, I was like, I might as well just go get a toner just to bring that warm tone down, bring the brassiness out. So I went to Sally's, I got my toner, Wella T14. I've used Wella in the past numerous times. I've used T14 and T18, and T14 has always been my favorite. I just always like the way that T14 tones hair. I mean, T18 is good as well, but T14 for me has always been my favorite. So went and got that. Everything was fine and dandy. Went home that night and it was time to tone. So I went in my bathroom, you know, mixed up the toner and the developer, all that jazz, and I started putting it on my roots. So I started with my roots, and with a toner, I don't have the box right now, but I believe it says you can leave it on up to 30 minutes. I want to say that's what it says. I think it's somewhere around there anyways, but I started with my roots because keep in mind, my roots were the only thing that I had bleached, and it was only parts of my roots, right? Because I did highlights. So that was really the only yellowish part on my hair. I leave that in my roots for 10 minutes. And then I'm thinking, you know what, I might as well just bring the rest of the toner throughout the rest of my hair because I had so much toner left. I was like, I'll just use it on the rest of my hair. It had already been on my roots for 10 minutes and then I brought it through the rest of my hair and I left that on for another 10 minutes. So in total, 20 on my roots, 10 on the rest of my hair. And this is where it starts to go bad. Like I've said, I've used Wella toner in the past numerous times, and I have had instances where it has picked up on certain parts of my hair more than others. When I did my bleaching my hair video, I had 2 spots in the front that had turned completely blue, but that can happen sometimes with toner, especially if you do have damaged hair, but I ended up fixing that. But anyways, back to this story. So in total, I had toner on my head for 20 minutes and I was like, okay, this is probably good enough. My hair was totally just like dark purple at this point. So got in the shower and I'm starting to like rinse it out, and I'm looking at my hair and I'm like, my hair looks kind of dark. Like it looks pretty dark and it's looking very, very green. A little green. Just a little. By little, I mean lot. But in my head, I'm thinking, you know what? It's probably just the lighting in this bathroom. It's probably just because my hair is wet right now. So, you know, got out of the shower, put my hair up in a towel. And then I went upstairs and I started to blow dry my hair because I was like, okay, I want to see the actual color when it's dry. And it was still looking green. Greener, actually. I don't know how, but it looked greener. And my hair also looked probably like 2 to 3 shades darker. So not only was it looking green, but it was also quite a bit darker as well. At this point, I'm thinking, you know what? Maybe it's just me. Maybe it's just my eyeballs. Maybe I'm seeing things. So I went to my mom and I'm like, this is my hair, you know, what do you think of it? And I can tell by her face that she's thinking, oh, she's like, oh, turn around. And I was like, it's green, isn't it? She's like, little bit. I also asked my dad, I was like, what do you think of my hair? Do you think it looks a little green? He's like, looks good. I don't see a difference. I could have like rainbow colored hair. My dad would be like, I wasn't really freaking out at this point though, because I have had, you know, times in the past where I've used toner and there's been parts of my hair that have been overtoned and I fixed it. So I was like, you know what, I'll just do what I did before. And if you don't know, one way to get rid of like overtoned hair is to take a lemon and some dish soap. So you wet your hair, you kind of lather it up with dish soap, and then you squeeze like lemon juice on it and let that sit for like a couple minutes, and it's supposed to take the, you know, excess toner out of your hair. And that did work wonders for me when I did have the blue streaks in the front. So I went ahead, I did that, and I noticed that it did help a little bit. It took a little bit of the green tint out, but you know, my hair was still way too green, way too ashy, and way too dark for my liking. And it just, I was starting to get a little bit worried at this point, because I'm like, oh my gosh, this is not working for me the way that it did before. So Tang wanted to join the video, guys. But anyways, what I ended up doing was I did another round of the dish soap and the lemon juice. I went ahead, I washed that out, and I noticed that it really didn't do much at all. So at this point, I'm a little nervous. I'm kind of freaking out. I went ahead and I Googled, you know, like what can you do to get, you know, toner out of your hair. And something that kept coming up was people saying to use dandruff shampoo. And I was like, okay, I'll try that. So I actually had used my dad's dandruff shampoo, which was Old Spice scented. So I smelled like Old Spice for quite a few days. So I went ahead, I hopped in the shower, took some of the shampoo, started scrubbing like crazy. I was really lathering that shampoo up, let me tell you right now. Anyways, I did that, I washed it out, got out of the shower, and looked at my hair, and I was like, oh my gosh, like I would say a good maybe 70% of the green was gone. I couldn't get over how well that worked. I genuinely at this point was so tired, I was so over it. It was like 12 o'clock at night, but I'm like, I'm not going to bed until I get this green out. I don't care. I hopped in the shower again, got my dandruff shampoo, started lathering, and it finally worked. I was so happy. I was over the moon. I was like, oh my gosh, yes, my hair is not green anymore. I don't look like a shrub. I don't look like a cactus or a plant, anything that's green. I'm trying to think of more things that are green besides plants, and nothing's coming to mind. So yeah, I got all the green out finally. I ended up loving the color of my hair. This is what it looks like right now, by the way. I kept pretty much a lot of the darkness in my roots, and I just have a couple highlights going through. But yeah, I went around smelling like Old Spice for about a good 4 days straight, and I feel like sometimes I can still smell it and it's like haunting me. I would have smelled like Old Spice for the rest of my life, okay? Just to get the green out of my hair. So yeah, that's my little hair almost horror story. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you do want to see more like relaxed, chill storytime videos, I can definitely do more. Just leave it down in the comments below and I will give it a go. Anyways, I really hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, don't forget to give it a big like and subscribe, because I would really appreciate that. Also, if you haven't already, go check out my Instagram. It's always linked down below. Anyways, I hope you guys have a great day, and I will see you in my next video. Bye guys!